for this month. In today's episode, we'll be talking about evangelism as a discipline. Let's go. Daniel Basasso here, local evangelist, and I'm here to help your church evangelize better. If you like this type of content, please hit subscribe, the like button, bell icon, and leave comments. Anyone who has a fitness goal knows that you must be disciplined and have a regular routine to get better and to achieve your goals. In the same way, evangelism is no different. You must be disciplined and you must have a regular practice of evangelizing in order to become good at it and effective. This is what I love so much about street evangelism. It's a set time that a group of people are meeting and we're gonna evangelize from this time to this time on this evening of the week. Whether we feel like it or not, we show up and we evangelize. And just like fitness, you can't wait for the perfect moment or to feel inspired. You're not waiting for an opportunity or an open door. You're just showing up, and you're showing up with the intention to evangelize, whether you see opportunities or not. With that said, each time I go out is different. There's some evenings where I'm tripping over my words, or my brain is cloudy, or just tired. But half the battle is just showing up. And once you show up, the opportunities are there to evangelize, and you get the ball rolling and you get going. I found that you really can't predict the types of conversations that you're going to have on a particular night just based on how you feel or based on whatever circumstance is out there. You really just can't predict what's going to happen. And sometimes it's the days with the most opposition where you have the best days and the best conversations. I'll share one example with you. It was October 2020. Everyone on the team was busy and an email had gone out to the effect of canceling that evening. So, but I sent out a text to see if there was anyone who would still want to go. And my friend Matthew was willing to go. So we ended up going ahead. And on the way there, as I was driving, it was pouring rain. And it was cold, and I just didn't know how it was gonna work out. And I thought it was probably a mistake that we still went forward. But as I got to Hamilton, where we were meeting, the weather was fine. Also, when I got there, Matthew was just pulling up at the same time, parking, and so we were able to walk together to our regular spot. But as we were on our way to our regular spot, we saw a group of young men standing in front of a closed up shop. And we kind of thought that was odd, but we kept going. Matthew stopped and said, let's pray. And so we prayed, and then he suggested, hey, let's go back and see what that was all about. And so we went back and ended up striking up a conversation with one of the young men. And it turned out that this group of like 15 young guys were planning to camp out in front of this shoe store in hopes of getting this massive shoe sale that was happening the next day. And not only that, but majority of them were actually Muslim. And so to our delight, we had a group of about 15, mostly Muslims, that were very interested in talking with us and were a captive audience. We knew they weren't going anywhere. So we had about 2 hours of conversations with these guys, and they were asking questions and they were giving us their thoughts, and it was just an amazing time of conversation evangelism. Even one of the young men was in the middle of making big life decisions regarding which faith he wants to go, in what direction he wanted to go, Christianity or Islam. And so we had an opportunity to be an influence in that decision making. As a result of that evening, it sparked in me an interest to bolster and improve my apologetic to Muslims. And as a result of that, I've been connected to various communities, and there's just been so much fruit out of that one decision to show up that night. The point that I'm making is that we should treat evangelism just like we would treat going to the gym or practicing a musical instrument or some other area we're trying to improve on. It all takes discipline, and the more that you do it, the better you get, the more effective you get, and the more comfortable you'll be. And to church leaders, you're in a unique position to create opportunities for your congregation members. Many church leaders don't particularly have a bent towards evangelism, or at least not this type of evangelism. But as leaders, you're able to create the opportunity for your congregation, for people who do have a bent and would like to engage in this type of evangelism. And so one of the ways that you can create an opportunity is by starting a Go team from your church, where you basically just set a time and day of the week that you meet and a location, and just show up week after week and invite your congregation members to join you. And you'll find that as you create this opportunity for them, they're going to become more engaged in evangelism. They're going to become better at evangelism, and they're going to do it more often in their personal lives as well. When they're at work, when they're out in public, when they're online, they're going to be evangelizing more often and better, and you'll be helping them by creating the opportunity, creating the time and place for them to practice and get better. And I think the fruit of this kind of ministry would be incalculable to your church. And I'm hoping to be able to help churches get better at evangelism. If this is something that you are interested in, subscribe to my content, share it, like it, and consider supporting my Patreon, where you can support this channel so I can keep doing this. Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.